What's going on, guys? Today we're just gonna do some car things and get things started. So yeah. What's going on? We're back with another video, dude. So in this one, we are going to do what I talked about in the last one. So if you missed that, go peep it. It's a short one, watch it. But we have our seats out here because we're gonna do something today that could possibly ruin these seats, or it could be the plug of all plugs, because I know you looking at these, they're basically purple inlays with dark gray sides. We don't want that. We want black. We want black. So the goal for today is we're gonna use this little guy right here, low green. I'm gonna take this, we're gonna clean these seats, we're gonna do a little detail mamma jamma on these. They'll be damp, and then we're gonna use a weed sprayer that you would use for like spraying a radiator or tires down when you're at a drift event or whatever. We're gonna use one of those, throw that dye in there, and hopefully we can get these seats to black. So if you're interested in that, follow along, because this works. It's gonna work for every seat, not just FD seats. Okay, so we're gonna get started here. This is gonna be basic detail stuff. I am in no way, shape, or form a detail guy. Don't really follow my instructions, but if you think it looks cool, go ahead and do it, all right? But starting with that, we're gonna take some brushes. We initially got these because we need to do a little bit more of our undercoat stuff with our Harka liner. But we're gonna take this little guy from in here because not really needed for bed liner stuff. And take this little guy, and we're just gonna get all the little stuff out of the grooves as best as we can. We're gonna vacuum some of this stuff out, and then we're gonna start getting the cleaning. I got a little better light for you. It's over there, moved it over here. So now we got some more light. A little brighter look at these. Dirty, dirty. We're gonna fix the dirt and then we're gonna make them black. Cleaned up, kind of, sort of, good enough for what we do, or what we're gonna do. And we're gonna take this little green Bissell, old green Bissell. We're gonna take this, plug it in. Now this thing is a vacuum, plus a little soaker. So it soaks and it's loud, so time lapse while I clean this up, we're gonna see some difference, all right? Alright, so this is the clean one. Absolutely filthy. Look at the state of that water. So that was like the first initial clean. Cool. And here's the second one. You can kind of see it's a little bit brighter, but that's also because it's wet. But yeah, these seats are filthy. Absolutely filthy. So this one's done. We're gonna go to this one now. Alright guys, so we took the trim off of the seats. There's some stuff that's like around the sides on both sides here. Got that off on both of them. But now here is where things can go bad or go really good. So we're gonna take this guy. This is just a Roundup weed killer machine. We're gonna take this and we're gonna throw whatever I decide, I'm gonna think about this here for a second, because this is like a tablet or like a dust, and this is like a pre-liquid already. So I'm gonna read into this, and then we're gonna mix up. So basically I used all of the dye that I showed you there, and I also had Tasha go get some more. And I ended up filling this jug up twice for the 2 seats. Absolutely not necessary looking back at it. I would say if you were to use all of this dye, you know, maybe even some more, you know, because I got in total 3 bottles and 5 powders. If you mix all of that in about half this amount of water, that's going to be like concentrate. Spray that down, let it dry, that'll be golden. I soaked my seats and they're still not all the way dry, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so we got this nasty dog blanket. Sweet boy. This is obviously gray. We're gonna use this as a little test, see what it's gonna look like since it's way lighter than this. So, test pieces. Okay, so it seems like it's got to do real light and it's got to soak in. So we're gonna send it. We're gonna send it. I'm nervous, not gonna lie, but nothing to it but to do it. So you see what I just did there on that bottom section? I maybe did that 25 times. Absolutely unnecessary. See, I'm already going too hard. I'm already going too hard. You know, it's important to get good coverage, but you know, and then see right here. Perfect. Let that dry. You know, that's what you got to do. And then do the sides, obviously, but just small coats, let it dry, and that's how you avoid absolutely soaking your fabric in, or not your fabric, but the foam underneath. Back up, buddy. All right, so sprayed these bad boys. We gotta let them dry a little bit, and then we're gonna spray it some more. And also, I'm out of dye, so we're gonna pause, come back, and we're gonna show you that about right now. All right, guys. So here's how we're doing so far right now. Definitely way blacker, absolutely great. But we ran out of dye, so we went and got some more dye. We were out of, the Walmart was out of more of these. They had 1 more, and then they had 3 of these. So like I said, this takes, you put a whole thing in 3 gallons, and this is like 2 cups for a whole package. So I'm gonna put all 3 of these and then a whole one of these in 2 gallons of the water, give it another couple coats, and then we'll see how we're doing. And then while that's happening, I'm gonna do a couple more things on the undercoat. But you don't need to see me spray seats anymore. We're just gonna show you the aftermath of our cheap seat deal here. So check that out right now. Okay, undercoat is done. Obviously it was laying underneath the car. I'm covered in it. Get you a little. Yep, it's black. It's black and coated. But yeah, we got everything from the front all the way to about right here, because then the subframe and gas tank is all on the way. So one of the days in the future we'll do that eventually. But yeah, I need to go clean myself off a little bit because this is pretty gross. Seat check-in, they're drying, they're looking good, sweet. Garage floor check-in, pretty sure I cooked this fucking thing, but you know, we're getting there, okay? That doesn't look good right here, but that's something that we could fix. Like the leather on both sides, we can recondition it or get some sort of... I'll see, this side's fine. Yeah, there's only leather on one side. So yeah, we'll just have to touch up this leather over here. That's not too crazy. But a side project. Now BMW has been leaving little drips of oil everywhere I go. And I popped the hood, and it looks like it could be from this valve cover area. So we're just gonna pop off this little thing here and maybe just move some stuff, see what we can see, and maybe we'll just get a valve cover tomorrow. So let's see. Okay, so we got our covers off. It looks like everything is kind of just wet around the valve cover area. This side not necessarily so much, it's quite dry, but this side you can see this area down there is wet. This little half moon in the front is starting to like get swollen. You can kind of push it in and out a little bit, and all down the sides, all right here is all leaky. It's right there, it's nice and shiny. Probably real dark for you, but yeah, we're wet. I'm just gonna leave this just like this. We're gonna run to the store and get a little valve cover gasket, and we can do that tomorrow. But yeah, just a little side quest. Just wanted to check that before I forgot. That's the whole reason I parked over there. So yeah, seats are looking good. We got the heater on it. They're drying up. Quite dark. Quite dark. I'm liking it. Okay, so we kind of got a mid-process break right here. So I cleaned it, soaked it with water, soaked it some more, you know, sucked it all out. This is kind of where we're sitting right now. The heater's on it, but I'm about to go inside, so the heater's not going to be on it. But yeah, we're going to leave these to dry and come back in the morning and see how that goes. Okay, we're inside. The seats are pretty much done here. As you can see, they are way darker, way darker. This seat is fully dry. I mean, fully. The one thing I will say is that I used entirely too much dye and water. I filled up that gallon like I was doing before, and I like soaked it to where everything was like sopping wet. Not necessary. So if you're gonna do this, use less of the dye, let it dry, and then reapply if you want to make it darker and darker and darker. The more at once just delays the dry time. That's it. I got this crazy contraption over here, the heater going, drying the seat up. It's working, but you know, everything's still damp and shit. So seats will be done and reinstalled in the car in the next one. But for now, I'm gonna finish it out in here, and then I'll catch you in the next one, my dude. What's going on, guys? Today we're just gonna do some car things and get things started. So yeah, here's some car things. This is gonna happen today.